Ladies and gentlemen, how many of you have ever had a dream, a plan, or an idea that set your soul on fire only to watch that fire dim after telling others? We live in a world where people talk more than they act. They post, they boast, they announce every little step they take. But let me tell you something, real success doesn't need an audience, it needs action. Silence is more than just the absence of words. It is a force, a strategy, a source of control that few truly understand. In a world where everyone feels the need to broadcast their every move, silence becomes a rare and powerful tool. The less you say, the more you observe. The less you reveal, the more control you have over your narrative. When you keep your plans and ambitions to yourself, you create a mental fortress, a space where your ideas are safe from unnecessary influence. Too often, when people share their goals, they become susceptible to external opinions, judgments, and even envy. Some will discourage you out of their own insecurities, while others may pretend to support you but secretly hope you fail. Silence protects you from the weight of other people's expectations, allowing you to move freely without interference. Silence also builds intrigue. People are naturally curious about what they don't know. The more you withhold, the more they wonder. When others are uncertain about your next move, you hold an advantage. In business and life and in personal growth, unpredictability is a strength. Those who talk too much expose their strategies, making it easier for others to undermine or replicate them. But those who operate in silence maintain an aura of mystery, an edge that cannot be easily challenged. There is also a psychological advantage to staying silent about your ambitions. Studies have shown that speaking about your goals can create a false sense of accomplishment, tricking the brain into feeling as though the work has already been done. This premature satisfaction can reduce motivation and delay actual progress. By keeping your plans internal, you preserve the hunger needed to push forward. Silence gives you the space to refine your vision without external noise clouding your judgment. It allows you to experiment, to fail, to adjust, all without unnecessary scrutiny. When no one knows what you're working on, no one can rush you, pressure you, or box you into expectations that don't align with your vision. Most importantly, silence teaches discipline. It forces you to trust in your actions rather than seeking validation through words. It reminds you that real progress happens behind closed doors in the hours of dedication no one else sees. It shifts the focus from talking to doing, from announcing to executing. Words are easy to say. Promises can be made in seconds, but the real measure of a person is not in what they claim they will do, but in what they actually accomplish. In every aspect of life, whether it's business, personal growth, relationships, or success, action is the only thing that truly matters. Talking about your dreams and goals may feel satisfying in the moment, but it does not bring you any closer to achieving them. Words do not build businesses. Words do not create masterpieces. Words do not get you in shape, earn you respect, or make you successful. Only consistent, deliberate action does. The more time and energy spent talking, the less remains for execution. Many people fall into the trap of over-explaining their ambitions, seeking approval, or looking for reassurance instead of simply getting to work. When someone constantly speaks about what they plan to do but never follows through, their words lose credibility. People start to see them as all talk and no substance. On the other hand, those who stay quiet and focus on their craft command a different kind of respect. They don't need to convince anyone with words. Their results speak for them. Action carries weight because it requires effort, discipline, and persistence. It is easy to say, I want to start a business, but actually building one demands long nights, financial risks, setbacks, and continuous learning. It is effortless to claim, I'm going to change my life, but real transformation requires discipline, sacrifice, and consistency. Those who truly want something do not spend their time making declarations. They channel that energy into execution. History remembers those who acted, not those who talked. The greatest leaders, innovators, and achievers of all time were not known for making empty promises. They were known for moving forward, often in silence, while the rest of the world watched and doubted. They proved themselves not with speeches, but with results. There is also a psychological shift that occurs when you prioritize action over words. When you stop talking and start doing, you eliminate the false sense of progress that comes from merely discussing your plans. You become more accountable to yourself. You develop resilience because you learn through experience rather than theory. You start to see tangible results, which fuels even more motivation. Action separates dreamers from doers. It is the dividing line between those who wait for the perfect moment and those who create their own opportunities. It removes excuses and forces you to face reality. If something is truly important to you, there is no need to announce it, just prove it through action. Energy is one of the most valuable resources you have. Unlike money, which can be earned and multiplied, energy is finite. Once it is spent, it cannot be recovered in the same form. Every thought, every conversation, every task you engage in demands energy, and how you choose to spend it determines the direction of your life. People often overlook this truth, wasting their energy on unnecessary distractions, meaningless debates, and excessive talking instead of using it to build something meaningful. When you constantly discuss your plans and ideas with others, you unknowingly drain the very energy required to execute them. Speaking about your goals prematurely can create a false sense of accomplishment, as if you have already achieved something simply by verbalizing it. The brain releases dopamine, the reward chemical, when you share your ambitions, giving you a temporary high without any real progress being made. This illusion of achievement can lead to complacency, reducing the urgency and motivation to take real action. Beyond the psychological effects, sharing your goals too openly can expose you to unnecessary criticism, doubt, and negativity. Not everyone will support your vision, and many will unintentionally or deliberately plant seeds of doubt in your mind. Their skepticism and unsolicited advice can drain your mental energy, forcing you to defend your dreams rather than focusing on bringing them to life. Every moment spent justifying your path to others is a moment lost from actually walking it. Energy is also drained by external distractions, social media, gossip, pointless arguments, and unproductive conversations. Many people waste their mental and emotional capacity on things that do not move them forward. They get caught up in proving themselves to others, seeking validation, or responding to negativity, all of which sap their strength. When you allow yourself to be pulled into these distractions, you lose focus, and when you lose focus, you lose momentum. Preserving energy requires intentionality. It means choosing where to direct your attention and guarding it fiercely. It means learning to say no to unnecessary conversations, to toxic people, to pointless activities that drain you without giving anything in return. It requires discipline to avoid engaging in discussions that serve no purpose, debates that lead nowhere, and interactions that do not align with your goals. Mental and emotional energy are just as important as physical energy. Overthinking, self-doubt, and worrying about others' opinions are some of the biggest energy drains. The more you dwell on unnecessary concerns, the less energy you have for meaningful work. Clarity and decisiveness help conserve energy, allowing you to channel it into productive actions rather than endless contemplation. Every great achievement requires a significant investment of energy. Whether you are building a business, developing a skill, or transforming your life, the process will demand focus, resilience, and persistence. The more energy you waste on words, distractions, and external influences, the less you have for the actions that truly matter. Avoid unnecessary criticism and doubt. Criticism and doubt are two of the most powerful forces that can derail progress. The moment you share your ambitions with others, you open the door to opinions, some supportive, but many discouraging. People will project their own fears, insecurities, and limitations onto you, not always out of malice, but because they themselves do not believe in what is possible. The more you expose your plans to external judgment, the more you risk being influenced by negativity, doubt, and skepticism that can slowly chip away at your confidence. Not everyone will understand your vision, and that is perfectly fine. But when you invite unnecessary criticism, you create obstacles before you have even begun. Many people assume that sharing their goals will result in encouragement, but reality often proves otherwise. Some will question your ability, pointing out every possible reason why it might not work. Others will remind you of past failures or compare you to those who have tried and failed before. Some will discourage you simply because they do not want to see you succeed. Whether it comes from friends, family, colleagues, or even strangers, this kind of negativity can plant seeds of self-doubt that grow into hesitation and fear. Criticism can also create confusion. When too many voices weigh in on your plans, you may start second-guessing yourself. You might feel the need to adjust your approach to please others or seek approval instead of trusting your own instincts. The more you listen to conflicting advice, the more you risk losing sight of your original purpose. Every moment spent justifying your goals to others is a moment lost in actually working toward them. Doubt, once internalized, is difficult to shake off. The human mind is naturally wired to focus on negativity. A single critical remark can linger far longer than 100 words of encouragement. When you expose your ambitions too early, you give others the power to shape your mindset. They might question your experience, your skills, or your chances of success. And over time, these doubts can start to feel like your own. What once seemed possible now feels risky. What once felt exciting now feels overwhelming. This is how doubt works. It creeps in slowly and quietly until it convinces you to stay in your comfort zone. There is also the risk of jealousy and silent competition. Not everyone will be happy to see you striving for something bigger. Some people, instead of being inspired, will feel threatened by your ambition. They may downplay your efforts, mock your dreams, or subtly discourage you in ways that seem like concern but are really designed to keep you from outgrowing them. People who have settled into complacency often resist the idea of others breaking free. They prefer to keep you at their level because your success would be a reminder of what they never pursued. Avoiding unnecessary criticism and doubt does not mean rejecting all feedback. It means being selective about whose opinions you allow into your mental space. Constructive feedback from those who genuinely want to see you succeed can be valuable, but random skepticism from those who have never walked your path is nothing more than a distraction. Your mind is your most valuable asset, and protecting it from unnecessary negativity is crucial. When you limit how much you share, you also limit the influence others have over you. You give yourself the space to grow, to experiment, to fail in private and learn without outside pressure. You stay in control of your narrative, making decisions based on your own beliefs rather than the doubts of those who do not see what you see. Master the art of mystery. Mystery is a powerful force. It intrigues, it captivates, and it keeps people guessing. When others cannot predict your next move, you hold an advantage that few truly understand. The less you reveal, the more control you maintain over how people perceive you. In a world where everyone overshares, posting their plans, their struggles, their victories for all to see, those who remain reserved gain an undeniable edge. When you embrace mystery, you create curiosity. People are naturally drawn to what they do not fully understand. The moment you stop announcing your every step, others start paying closer attention. They wonder what you're up to, they speculate about your progress, and they stay intrigued by your silence. This curiosity gives you influence without effort. Instead of explaining yourself, you let their imagination do the work for you. Being mysterious also protects you from unnecessary scrutiny. When people know too much about your ambitions, they feel entitled to comment on them. They offer opinions you never asked for, criticisms you never needed, and advice that often does more harm than good. By keeping things to yourself, you shield your goals from external interference. No one can sabotage what they do not see coming. No one can criticize what they do not fully understand. Moreover, mystery gives you flexibility. When you don't announce your plans, you are free to change direction without pressure. You can experiment, fail, and refine your approach without anyone watching or judging. Publicly declaring your intentions can create an invisible prison, one where you feel obligated to follow through on a path even when it no longer serves you, just to avoid looking inconsistent. But when you move in silence, you make decisions based on what is best for you, not on what others expect. Mystery also plays a role in power dynamics. Those who reveal too much about themselves lose leverage. When others know exactly what you think, what you want, and what you fear, they can use that information to manipulate or undermine you. But when you keep your thoughts and intentions guarded, you become unpredictable. People hesitate to challenge or oppose someone whose next move is unknown. They tread carefully because they cannot anticipate what you will do next. In professional settings, mystery creates respect. The most influential figures in any industry do not waste time explaining their every action. They move strategically, revealing only what is necessary. They understand that their presence alone carries weight, not because they talk excessively, but because they let their results speak for them. People respect those who do not feel the need to constantly prove themselves. In personal relationships, mystery fosters attraction and intrigue. Whether in friendships, business dealings, or romantic relationships, being too predictable can make you less compelling. When you maintain a level of mystery, you encourage deeper interest. People want to know more, but they must earn that privilege. They must invest in understanding you rather than assuming they already know everything about you. Mastering the art of mystery does not mean being secretive in a way that isolates you from genuine connections. It means being intentional about what you share, when you share it, and with whom. It means recognizing that not everyone needs access to your thoughts, your plans, or your emotions. It means understanding that true power lies not in what you say, but in what you choose to withhold.